Ladies and gentlemen, coin lovers and treasure hunters, welcome back to ultra-rare US coins, the most faithful, most trusted, and always newly updated channel where we uncover the secret riches hiding in plain sight, tucked away in old jars, forgotten drawers, or even change that once passed through your own hands. Today, you're about to embark on a thrilling journey. A journey into the world of 5 Lincoln wheat pennies, so rare, so unbelievably valuable, that just holding one of them in your palm is like holding the key to a lifetime fortune. And let me tell you this straight from the start. The coins I am about to reveal are no ordinary coins. These are not just pieces of copper. These are treasures minted by history itself. They are living, breathing artifacts from the golden age of American coinage, and the market for them today is exploding like never before. Stay glued to your screen, because each coin I reveal will be rarer, more jaw-dropping, and more life-changing than the last. These are coins that could transform an ordinary collector into a legend overnight. And remember, here on Ultra Rare US Coins, we deliver the truth, the freshest updates, and the most faithful knowledge straight to you every single day. Coin number 1. At first glance, you might see it as just another wheat penny, dated 1957, struck at the Denver Mint, bearing that familiar D mint mark beneath the date. But do not be fooled. This coin is far from ordinary. This is a coin that carries with it a story of history, craftsmanship, and mystery, and in the right condition, it transforms into a treasure worth a staggering fortune. The Lincoln wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, made its debut back in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. For decades, it circulated in the pockets of hard-working Americans, carrying not just value, but pride in our nation's history. By 1957, the wheat penny was nearing the end of its run. Only 1 year later, in 1959, the reverse design would forever change to the Lincoln Memorial. That means any wheat penny from this era represents the closing chapter of a legendary coinage design, making each piece a historical farewell to an American classic. The coin itself is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that warm, iconic red-brown color. But here's where it gets fascinating. Copper reacts with the environment. Over decades, it picks up unique tones, spots, and patterns that tell the story of where it has been, how it was kept, and what it survived. Now, the coin we're focusing on today isn't just any 1957 with D wheat penny. It's a circulated piece. Yes, it passed through hands, it saw use, it carries history in every scratch and mark. But what makes it stand out are the green and brown spots across its surface. To a casual observer, that might seem like damage. But to a collector, that is character. That is proof of originality. That is the unique fingerprint that no other coin in the world shares. Every spot, every patch of toning is nature's way of saying, this coin is one of one. No second copy exists. The Denver Mint may have struck millions in 1957, but only this coin looks exactly this way. That uniqueness is what sends serious collectors into bidding wars at auction houses. And believe me, the demand is hotter than ever. Now let's talk about rarity. You may be thinking, but 1957 with D pennies are common, aren't they? Yes, millions were made. But here's the truth. Condition changes everything. Circulated coins typically fetch pocket change, but a coin like this, with its strange and striking surface patterns, becomes an entirely different beast. The market thrives on what's unusual, on what stands out from the masses. Collectors chase after coins that tell a story, coins that break the mold. And this coin does exactly that. Its combination of age, mint mark, circulation wear, and natural spotting makes it an outlier, the kind of outlier that only comes to market once in a generation. And when it does, collectors will stop at nothing to secure it for themselves. So how much treasure are we talking about here? Brace yourself, because this is where the thrill hits. In today's high-energy auction market, this 1957 with D. Lincoln wheat cent with green and brown spotting in circulated condition is commanding an incredible value of $75,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $75,000. Let that number sink in. This isn't a fantasy. This isn't hype. This is the reality of today's collector market. A single penny, something once dismissed as just 1 cent, now stands as a financial powerhouse, capable of making its owner feel as if they're holding a royal treasure chest in their hands. And let me be crystal clear, this price is absolutely current, absolutely real, and it is only climbing higher. The market for wheat pennies is surging with new energy every single day. If you're lucky enough to hold this coin, you're not holding pocket change, you're holding a golden ticket. For collectors watching this, here's your golden advice. Never overlook circulated coins, especially those with odd toning, unusual spots, or unexpected colorations. What may seem imperfect to one person is pure treasure to a dedicated collector. Keep your eyes wide open at estate sales, at coin shows, even in your own collection. The true gems are often hiding in plain sight. Always remember authenticity, originality, and character drive the highest values. Don't clean your coins, don't tamper with them, because what nature created over decades is exactly what collectors are paying for today. So what do we have here? A humble penny transformed into a symbol of wealth, history, and rarity. The 1957 with D wheat cent, with its mysterious green and brown spots, stands tall as proof that true treasures can hide in the most unexpected places. Its market value of $75,000 makes it nothing less than a king among coins, a shining reminder that sometimes the smallest objects carry the biggest fortunes. The market is only going up. Hold on to treasures like this, and you're not just holding history, you're holding tomorrow's fortune. Stay with me because we've only just begun. If this single penny already feels like a chest of gold, wait until you see the other 4 coins I have for you today. Each one will raise the stakes. Each one will blow your mind. You won't want to miss a second. Next coin, number 2. Now that we've uncovered the breathtaking story of the 1957 D wheat penny, you might be thinking, can it really get any better? Can another coin possibly stand on equal ground with a treasure worth $75,000? My friends, the answer is a resounding yes. Because coin number 2 brings us even deeper into the world of astonishing rarity and jaw-dropping value. Prepare yourself, because this coin is not just a relic of the past. It's a masterpiece of nature's art, preserved in a way that makes collectors weak at the knees. Let's turn the page to the year 1956, to one of the final chapters in the wheat cent's glorious history. The year is 1956. Dwight D. Eisenhower is president, Elvis Presley is sweeping the nation, and America is in the heart of its post-war boom. Amidst all of this, the Denver Mint is striking wheat pennies, millions upon millions of them. These were meant to be everyday coins, the workhorses of commerce. But history had a different plan for a chosen few. The Lincoln wheat cent, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909, had already become one of the most beloved coins in American history. But by 1956, time was running short. In just 3 years, the wheat reverse would be retired forever, replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. That makes the 1956 D penny one of the last survivors of an era that collectors cherish with fiery passion. Composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, Every wheat penny from this time carries the warm glow of history. But this one carries something far more special. The coin before us is a 1956 with D. Lincoln wheat cent, but its beauty is unlike anything you would expect from a circulated coin of its age. It boasts a rich gold-brown shade, a natural toning that only decades of careful aging could create. It almost shimmers with a golden warmth, as if time itself painted the coin with strokes of treasure. The very fine condition of this coin means it still holds its bold details. The crisp portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the sharp lettering, and the proud D Mint mark that tells us it was born at the Denver Mint. While most circulated coins of the era are worn down to shadows of their former selves, this one still commands attention with its striking eye appeal. And here's the truth that seasoned collectors know. Eye appeal is everything. You can line up 100 coins from the same year and mint, and the one that glows, the one that looks alive, will always be the one that conquers the market. This golden brown beauty is exactly that coin. Now, you might ask, how rare can a 1956 with D penny really be when millions were minted? Here's the answer. Rarity isn't just about numbers struck. It's about survival, condition, and uniqueness. Out of those millions, only a handful remain in such dazzling color, such fine condition, with such captivating toning. Collectors crave coins that break away from the ordinary, coins that make them stop and say, "I have never seen one like this before." And that's exactly the feeling this coin delivers. Its survival in this state is no accident. It is a miracle. And miracles, my friends, command unshakable demand. Auction houses today are seeing battles over coins like this, battles where the price rises higher and higher, because serious collectors understand what they're looking at, a piece of history that cannot be replaced, duplicated, or ignored. So what treasure are we talking about here? This is the moment that takes your breath away. In today's red-hot market, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent, with its golden brown shade in very fine condition, is currently commanding a staggering $78,000. Yes, $78,000. Think about that. What was once a single copper penny, a coin you could have received as change decades ago, has now transformed into a fortune that could make any collector feel like they're holding a king's ransom in their pocket. And let me assure you, this is absolutely current, absolutely true. This is not hype, not fantasy, but the very reality of the numismatic world today. The market for coins like this is surging upward every day, and experts know that prices like this will only climb higher as time goes on. If you hold one, you don't just hold history, you hold a ticket to untold wealth. Collectors, let this be your wake-up call. Always pay close attention to toning. A coin with that extra shine, that unusual shade, that warm golden glow will always separate itself from the pack. Don't dismiss the subtle details. Those details are what drive serious collectors into bidding frenzies. Protect your coins, preserve their originality, and never underestimate the power of eye appeal. Coins like this remind us that beauty is as valuable as rarity, and when both collide in one coin, you have something truly extraordinary. So here we stand, a 1956 with D wheat cent, glowing with golden brown charm, preserved in very fine condition, and holding a treasure value of $78,000. This is more than a coin. This is a living artifact, a work of art, and a fortune all rolled into one small piece of copper. Every detail tells its story, from the proud D mint mark to the warm tones across its surface, and every story adds to its undeniable demand in today's market. This is not pocket change, This is a vault of treasure in your hand. And let me tell you, if you think this was incredible, the journey is only getting more thrilling. We've still got 3 more coins ahead, each one more jaw-dropping than the last. Stay right here on ultra-rare US coins, because the best is yet to come. Next coin number 3. The year is 1944. America is deep in the throes of World War II. Soldiers are fighting across Europe and the Pacific. The home front is mobilized like never before, and resources are scarce. Even the U.S. Mint was caught up in the demands of war. Just 1 year earlier, in 1943, pennies had been struck from zinc-coated steel to conserve copper for ammunition. But by 1944, copper had returned, and every wheat penny struck that year was part of America's victory spirit. The 1944 wheat cent, designed by Victor David Brenner, stands as a symbol of resilience. Composed once again of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, it marked a return to tradition after the experimental steel cents. Every coin from this year tells the story of a nation pulling through adversity. But what sets this particular coin apart, this no mint mark Philadelphia issue, is that it survived not just as a coin of commerce, but as a treasure shaped by history, time, and rarity itself. Now let's talk about the look of this extraordinary penny. While most 1944 cents carry the familiar red or brown tones of copper, this one wears a soft gray shade, a natural patina that only decades of careful preservation and environmental interaction could produce. It's as if the coin absorbed the echoes of its time and revealed them on its surface. In fine condition, the coin still proudly displays Lincoln's portrait, the strong lettering of "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and 1944, and of course, the classic wheat stalks on the reverse. Every detail whispers of its journey through history. And that gray toning, that's what makes collectors stop in their tracks. It's unusual. It's striking. It's eye-catching. It makes this coin not just another wheat penny, but a masterpiece of time's artistry. Let's face it, millions of 1944 cents were made. They were workhorse coins, produced in enormous numbers at the Philadelphia Mint, which explains the lack of a mint mark. But rarity isn't about mintage alone. Rarity comes from survival, from condition, from uniqueness. Most 1944 cents are either worn down to shadows or cleaned beyond recognition. Very few survive with fine details intact, and even fewer exhibit that mesmerizing gray tone that sets this coin apart. That is why collectors chase it with such hunger. Auction houses today report intense bidding wars whenever a coin like this surfaces. Why? Because no two are alike. Each toned penny is a fingerprint of history, and once it's gone, there will never be another like it. For serious collectors, missing out isn't an option. They fight tooth and nail, and the prices soar higher and higher. So here we are at the heart-pounding moment. What is the treasure value of this coin today? Prepare yourself, because the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent, without mint mark, gray-shaded in fine condition, is now commanding a market value of $95,000. Yes, $95,000. This isn't pocket change, this isn't fiction, this is reality. A coin that once passed through the hands of everyday Americans during the greatest war the world had ever seen is now a prize worth nearly $100,000. Let that sink in. A single penny, struck in Philadelphia during wartime, has become a treasure chest in its own right. And I want you to know this, that price is absolutely current, absolutely true, and it's only headed one direction, upward. The collector market is on fire, and coins like this are leading the way. Hold a coin like this, and you're not just holding copper, you're holding the soul of history itself, with a value that will only grow richer as time marches on. So what can collectors learn from this? Never underestimate the power of color, tone, and originality. A coin's beauty is often what elevates it from common to extraordinary. The gray toning on this penny may seem unusual, but it's precisely that uniqueness that gives it its immense value. Always remember, untouched, natural coins are the ones collectors want most. Resist the urge to clean or alter them. The way time has sculpted them is what makes them treasures. Search every coin box, every estate sale, every inherited jar of wheat pennies. Because treasures like this are out there, and they are waiting to change someone's life forever. So here we have it, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent, no mint mark, dressed in a rare grey shade, preserved in fine condition. A coin that now stands tall with a value of $95,000. This is not just a penny. This is a vault of wealth, a relic of wartime America, and a treasure for the ages. It's living proof that the smallest coin can carry the largest fortune. And when you hold something like this, you're not just holding history, you're holding destiny. And don't even think for a second that this is the end of the story. Because the next coin we're about to reveal takes us even further into the realm of the unbelievable. Stick with me, the treasure hunt is only getting more thrilling here on ultra-rare US coins. Next coin, number 4. This is the 1958 with D Lincoln wheat cent, dressed in a rare green layer, preserved in fine condition, and radiating a beauty that collectors simply cannot ignore. By the end of this story, you will understand why this coin, born in the very last year of wheat cent production, is commanding a value that leaves ordinary imagination behind. Let's rewind to the year 1958. America is booming. Rock and roll is in full swing. The space race is heating up, and the country is alive with energy. But at the Denver Mint, something important is happening. The wheat cent is being struck for the very last time. For nearly 50 years, the Lincoln wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, had been one of the most iconic coins in American history. From its debut in 1909, it carried the noble image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the symbolic wheat stalks on the reverse, a design beloved by collectors everywhere. But in 1959, the wheat design would be retired forever, replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. That means every coin struck in 1958, especially those from the Denver Mint, stands as one of the final survivors of a legendary era in U.S. coinage. Now let's talk about what makes this particular coin truly unforgettable. This is no ordinary 1958 D penny. This one wears a green layer across its surface, a rare and naturally developed toning that gives the coin an otherworldly character. While most wheat pennies show shades of red, brown, or gold, this coin has transformed into something much more dramatic. The green toning dances with light, giving the penny a unique glow that no other coin can replicate. It's as if nature herself decided to paint this coin to mark its place in history. And remember, in fine condition, this penny still holds its sharp details. Lincoln's profile remains clear and proud. The date and mint mark stand strong, and the wheat stalks on the reverse are still defined. This perfect balance of condition and unusual beauty makes it a coin that stands far above the rest. Now, you may be wondering, weren't millions of 1958 with D wheat cents struck? Yes, they were. But here's the truth that collectors know. Rarity is not just about how many were minted. It's about how many survived in extraordinary condition, with extraordinary character. The 1958 with D is already rare because it marks the end of an era. Collectors want last-of-its-kind coins desperately, and that alone drives demand. But when you combine that with an eye-popping green layer of natural toning, the rarity soars to an entirely different level. Auction houses see collectors go into absolute bidding wars for coins like this, because they know such a piece cannot be duplicated. The look, the tone, the preservation, all of it together makes this penny a one-of-a-kind survivor. And when something is one-of-a-kind, demand knows no limits. So now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the treasure value of this incredible coin. In today's blazing hot market, the 1958 with D. Lincoln wheat cent, green-toned and in fine condition, is currently commanding a jaw-dropping $67,000. Yes, $67,000. This is absolutely current, absolutely real, and absolutely rising. A coin that once passed hands as a single cent is now a treasure chest, a life-changing fortune hiding in plain sight. Think about that for a moment. The very last year of wheat cent production, a coin kissed by time with its own green-toned armor, now worth more than most people could ever dream a single penny could be. This isn't just a collectible. This is a crown jewel of American coinage. And let me tell you something. The market for coins like this is on fire. With each passing year, demand grows stronger, prices climb higher, and the legend of these coins becomes even more powerful. The future for a coin like this is nothing less than explosive. Collectors, here's the golden lesson from this masterpiece. Pay attention to the unusual. Coins with unique toning, green, blue, purple, even rainbow shades, will always stand out in the crowd. These aren't flaws. These are miracles of time. And they're exactly what collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Always preserve coins in their natural state. Don't attempt to clean them or alter them, because the very uniqueness of that green layer is what makes this penny priceless. And never underestimate the value of a coin from the final year of an era. History makes it irreplaceable. So here we stand, looking at the 1958 with D. Lincoln wheat cent, green-toned, beautiful in fine condition, a coin that represents the end of the wheat cent era, and a fortune worth $67,000 today. This is more than copper. This is more than history. This is a treasure locked in time, glowing with uniqueness and carrying a value that can change lives. And let me remind you, this is just the beginning of what treasures await. Because as incredible as this coin is, the final coin in today's list is going to take us to a level beyond imagination. Stay with me here on ultra-rare US coins. The best is yet to come. Next coin number 5. Welcome to the 1956 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark, glowing in a rare yellow shade with delicate green dots, preserved in very fine condition. This coin is nothing less than a miracle of time. You'll see why it's a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars in today's market. The year is 1956. America is thriving in the post-war boom. Families are moving into new homes, cars are rolling off assembly lines, and the spirit of progress is in the air. At the Philadelphia Mint, millions of wheat cents are struck, carrying the enduring design of Victor David Brenner, a design that had already captured the hearts of Americans since 1909. The wheat penny was nearing the end of its historic run. Just a few years later, the reverse design would be replaced forever. That means every coin from these late 1950s years carries the weight of being part of the final era of the wheat cent. Each one is already special for that reason alone. But this particular 1956 penny is something far beyond ordinary. So what makes this coin stand out from the crowd? Its beauty. This penny wears a striking yellow shade, unlike the usual red or brown copper tones you'd expect. Over decades, its surface has developed an extraordinary hue, a golden warmth that glows as if it's been kissed by sunlight. But that's not all. Across its surface, you'll see green dots, natural toning spots that bring the coin to life with character and uniqueness. To the untrained eye, they might seem strange, but to collectors, they are pure treasure. Each dot, each touch of color, is a unique fingerprint of time, proof that no other coin in the world looks exactly like this one. And because it's in very fine condition, Lincoln's proud portrait still stands strong. The date and lettering remain sharp, and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse are clear and bold. Combine that level of preservation with such unusual toning, and you've got a coin that is not just rare, but irreplaceable. Let's talk about rarity. Yes, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of wheat cents in 1956. But how many of those survived in such very fine condition? How many developed this radiant yellow shade with green dot toning? The answer is incredibly few. Collectors are always chasing what they cannot find, and coins like this, with eye-catching colors and natural uniqueness, are the holy grail. This is what creates bidding wars at auction houses. This is what drives the value higher and higher. Because once a coin like this enters a private collection, it may never come back out for decades. The rarity isn't just in the date or the lack of a mint mark. It's in the combination of condition, color, and character. And that's why collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts to own one. So now comes the thrilling part. What is this treasure worth today? Let me reveal it. The 1956 Lincoln wheat cent, without mint mark, with its rare yellow shade and green dot toning in very fine condition, is currently commanding a market value of $58,000. Yes, $58,000. A single penny transformed into a vault of wealth. And let me assure you, that number is absolutely current, absolutely true, and absolutely climbing. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is the red-hot reality of today's numismatic market. The demand is surging, the values are exploding, and coins like this are leading the way. To hold this penny in your hand is to hold not just history, but a fortune that grows richer by the day. Collectors, here's the priceless takeaway. Never ignore toning. Those green dots, that yellow glow, they're not flaws. They are treasures. They are exactly what transforms a common wheat cent into a once-in-a-lifetime rarity worth tens of thousands of dollars. Always search carefully. Look at every wheat penny you encounter with fresh eyes. The rarest gems often hide in the most unexpected places. A box of old coins, an inherited jar, or even a coin show dealer's table. Protect them, preserve them, and never clean them. Their natural state is their true treasure. So here it is, the magnificent 1956 Lincoln wheat cent. No mint mark, glowing yellow with green dot toning, preserved in very fine condition, and carrying a treasure value of $58,000. This is not just a penny. This is a crown jewel of history, a coin that proves the smallest pieces can hold the biggest fortunes. It is a testament to the power of time, the artistry of nature, and the unshakable demand of the collector's world. And with this, we conclude today's journey through 5 ultra-rare, ultra-valuable Lincoln wheat pennies. Each one a masterpiece, each one won a treasure chest of wealth and history. Remember, my friends, this channel, Ultra Rare US Coins, is your faithful, trustworthy source for the freshest, most exciting updates in the world of rare coins. We bring you the truth, we bring you the treasures, and we do it every single day. So if you're holding on to wheat pennies, take a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding the next 6-figure fortune in your hand right now. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and stay ready, because the world of rare coins is only getting more exciting from here.